telling you. Hey, the connection be so strong they can't break it. I don't care what try to come to it.
Hey,
No amount of pressure.
look, one person can't build a nation by themselves.
Oh no.
Takes a community.
Takes a whole team.
Exactly.
Who else we got in the Zoom? I'm driving right now, so I can't really see.
Hey, everyone.
That are entering, so feel free to unmute yourself, mingle with everyone in the group.
Hey, everyone.
About that
Yeah.
community.
Hello. Good evening, Lorette Soul Sister.
How are you? Just going to let you all know. I'm not really at the top of my energy right now. I'm ill, so I am going to remain muted visually and vocally.
Okay, well,
We're sending you some healing energy, but your spirit is loud, so we know how you are. Your spirit is vibrant.
Thank you. I receive all
Yes.
that is given. Thank you.
Sister Lorette's some healing, loving energy.
well,
I was definitely about to say we're gonna send you some high vibrational healing energy over that way to get you
For
feeling
sure.
back to your great self.
Receive with gratitude. Thank you.
absolutely. All right, y'all. Welcome to Cosmic Convos. That's when you do the background, Cosmic Convos.
I love it.
Divine evening, everybody.
Divine evening, y'all. How are y'all flowing? How is everyone?
Good. What's up, guys?
Awesome.
We're
We are
Excited.
magnificent.
Grateful.
grateful. I love that.
Yes.
Gratitude.
If y'all are feeling this energy, let's share that. So if you know some people who could benefit from being here, go ahead and share the link now.
Yeah, send this to 10 people real quick. Just go on your phone, your 10 closest people, just send it out to them real fast, whether if it's Zoom. A lot of y'all also have the YouTube link. If you are tapping in on YouTube, go ahead and chime in there as well. Actually, let me pull up the YouTube chat on the phone so that we know what's going on.
Yeah, we have something special. It's always special, but
Whatever you with us, it's special.
right. Because we're gonna come through because spirit be coming through.
And you know what? We have an amazing transmission coming from Samuel the Angelic Knight. So for all of you who are new, let's kind of debrief you on what Cosmic Convos is and what we are doing here. What is the purpose of this space?
Yes.
So, go ahead, love. I felt like you was about to talk.
Yeah, the purpose of this space is to bring the community together to discuss the things that we're all experiencing energetically in this human experience, in these higher vibrations, with these alignments that are happening all around us, bringing awareness to the things and connecting the dots and cutting up with our closest loved ones, our community.
Absolutely. Cutting up is the big key because,
The inner child energy.
When you tap into that heart space, you have to embody that inner child.
Yes.
1000%. So we want to create a space. Uh-oh, I'm getting some feedback here. Can y'all hear that too?
I'm muting myself.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So the whole purpose is for us to go ahead and send out healing energy to others, to people on the planet, to create a safe space of cosmic conversation to where if you're going through something that's a little esoteric, a little crazy, something you can't really talk to your family or your friends about, they're going to be like, what is wrong with you? We need to admit you got a safe space to talk to us because we know what it's like. We've been through it and we have been through the awakening and we're here to guide and facilitate you guys as well. So what we do is we start off with a grounding, like guided meditation, sometimes visualization, sometimes we add a little spiciness in there. And we have a hot topic of the week. And then we graduate into like where everybody gets to share and talk about the topic, about how you're feeling or whatever. And then we'll have a ritual for everyone. And then we'll have Samuel, the angelic knight, come in with a godly transmission of channeling and beautiful divine messages. So that's kind of how the flow of tonight is going to go. Also, we would like to let you know, and we'll drop the link in the chat as we go through the whole process tonight, but we would like to let you know that we are moving Cosmic Convos to the Soul Search community. If you're not familiar with the Soul Search community is, it's pretty much a social media platform for spiritual people. So if you're spiritual, I know you're spiritual because you're in the room. If you're spiritual, then definitely tap into the Soul Search community. It's free to set up a profile. And we have a whole group in there, and that's where we'll be meeting and convening and keying and cutting up. You get a 2-week free trial. And then we also have a VIP upgrade as well. And you want to tell them what the VIP upgrade includes?
Yes, so the VIP upgrades include some channelings from the young master, Sam, the angelic knight. Also, we have law of nature, some 13 moon calendar classes. So we're going to go deep into how to align with the natural timing frequency, the rhythm of the cosmos, because this Gregorian calendar that we are utilizing is keeping everything off.
It's out of sync.
It's out of sync.
I knew it.
Just to point it out, we just came out of December. December Deca is 10. So
10.
So how are we in the 12th month?
month.
How are we in the New Year's when a lot of people just came out of holiday eating and you still have that food from last year still inside you?
For real. And not
this is not
mention,
shots at anyone. This is just facts. This is how the flow of the rhythm of the cosmos is. So
and
we're
not
gonna
to
go
mention,
deep into that.
it is winter time.
Yes.
How's this the new anything? Winter is the time of death. It's you go back into darkness so that you
That
can
shadow work.
create for the new year, right? For the spring, for when everything comes to life. So if we as beings are extensions of the earth, we have to also flow with nature. So that's what the 13 moon calendar will allow us to do, will allow us to flow with nature.
Yes, because in the wintertime, we are dying. That old version of ourselves is dying. So if you feel that physical pain, you feel any kind of energetic imbalance during this time, it's because you are dying. So if you know how to tap into that, you can release that energy and embrace a newer, more refined version of yourself.
Absolutely. And along with VIP, you also get 30-minute Q&A every week. We will keep everything down to an hour, but then VIP will have the extra Q&A where we can talk and key and cut up. And if you have questions or if you want to share, you have that opportunity. And then finally in VIP, you get first dibs to the wait list or to just basically signing up for any events that we have, whether it be live or online, and spiritual retreats included. So our spiritual retreats, we like them to be very intimate. So 20 people or less. So as part of the community, you get first dibs to join that. So we'll talk to you more about that as we go through. We just wanted to go ahead and get that out in the beginning. But you know how we like to start. Let's go ahead and start them off with the meditation.
Yes. So
you got them today?
Yeah, I got them today.
Okay.
So if you haven't already on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button because we are here every Thursday. And go ahead and find yourself in a meditative position with your eyes closed. You can be laying down or sitting up. Just close the eyes and relax the mind. And we're going to focus on the gap in between thoughts. So any thought that you have right now, just label it thought and dissolve it. And if the next thought presents itself, label that thought and dissolve that. And what we are focusing on is that gap in between thoughts. Hone in on that gap. Resolve anything from today and just be one with yourself. And as your mind clears, you're going to see in front of you, in your peripheral, there is a glowing door. This door represents you, your inner self. So however this door looks is unique to you. And above the door, glowing vibrantly, is your name. But not your earthly name. It is your light name. And it is written in a language that only your soul recognizes. And you feel the light radiating from the door, pulling you towards it. I want you to grab that doorknob. We're going to go within, deep within ourselves, deep within our Akash. And as you walk through this door, you see a room that is vast. There is a computer in front of you. However that computer looks is up to you. And behind the computer is a large tube with DNA strands inside of them. We are going to walk up to this computer and you look at the display and it says ready. There is a knob on the desk hooked to the computer. You're going to turn that knob all the way to the right to max. And as you do so, the chamber within the DNA is lit up. And you see it begin to form. All the DNA strands begin to form into one large DNA strand. This is your universal code. Now you see a bed that is next to the computer. This is a special bed, your bed. I want you to lay in this bed. It doesn't matter how it looks. It is only symbolic. And as you lay in this bed, your DNA, your universal code begins to align. The energy around you begins to swirl. There is nothing to do. Just allow these energies to align within your body, rewriting your DNA code to source code, connecting you to every lifetime that you've ever had. You have all the gifts. You have all the wisdom. You can pull infinite healing. You can pull by location, multi-dimensional movement. You can pull an extended life for as long as you want because your telomeres are infinite. They do not deplete. You have initiated your universal master code within. Just allow this energy to flow and emanate throughout your entire being. And I want you to breathe in this vibrant new energy, this new you. Breathe it in deeply. And you inhale, hold it in, and feel that energy permeate throughout your entire being. And exhale that old you. Continue to inhale this vibrant energy flowing through you. You are connected to Source because, beloveds, you are all each source. Your source in its own expression, infinite. Remember that you are magnificent and that you are infinite. And that you can overcome anything on this earthly plane by simply flowing, by being. Go with the current and be one with yourself and with the universe. When you are ready, bring your awareness back into your body. This energy is flowing through you. Nothing to do. It is already done. When you're ready, wiggle your fingers. Move around in your chair a little bit. Open your eyes. How's everyone feeling when you're ready to share?
Magnificent.
I love it.
Gratitude.
Calm and relaxed.
Esmeralda in
Yes.
the building. What's up?
Love it.
Restored.
Yes, I love that.
Relaxed.
Relax.
Yes.
Anybody feeling powerful? In control? That's what I got.
I feel like I'm about to vibrate out of my
All right, y'all. So listen, we want to get started, but I'm seeing a lot of new faces. So let's do one thing really quick. How about we tap in the chat? Let everybody know where you're coming in from and what you do, just real quick in the chat.
Yes.
I don't see nothing coming through. Where y'all at? Y'all woke?
Give me some.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
All
give them
right.
some space. They just came out this deep meditation. Oh, we gotta go mess with technology.
Oh, wait, back to the matrix. All right. Okay.
Chicago. Awesome. Life insurance. Yes.
North Carolina. What's up, Dominique? Hey, honey bunny. What's up, everybody? Thanks for the meditation. It was vibrant. Hey,
Always,
Kyle.
always. Good to see you, Kyle.
Star brother.
Yes.
I'm gonna talk about Saturn in a few minutes, so stay tuned, my bro. Stay
Oh,
tuned.
I'm here.
And we always have these meditations and these rituals because we always want you to leave with something that you can apply to your plasmatic or daily routine.
Awesome, awesome. We got people from all over the country. That's so beautiful.
Yes.
And we'll be expanding internationally soon, so stay tuned.
Sacramento, California.
Yes, we got Georgia, California, Jersey,
It's just
Chicago.
all over. I love it. Energy healing.
Hey,
We
Miss
got Death
Luna.
Oracle. Got some candles. Got some channeling.
All right, so one thing we want to say, you all, we kind of bring in a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs. So if you have a business, or if you, even Destin, you got your podcast, come in here and network. You know what I mean? Like, we want everybody to connect with each other. My business is called Collective Consciousness, and the whole purpose is not for one person. This is not our platform. We want everybody to come in together and to share space, and for us all to eat and all of us to grow together. So definitely, if y'all see somebody in the chat that does something that like, ooh, I've been looking for that, or I need that, reach out or drop your links, or, you know, whatever. We want this to be a safe space for everybody.
Yes. Big on community.
Definitely.
So connect with your brothers and sisters, your divine reflections, because we are all reflections of one another.
Definitely.
Hey, beloved, how you doing, Tony?
Hey. Oh, I'm unmuted. Okay, hey. I thought I was muted. What's up? I'm chilling. I'm good. I just got off work. Feeling great. I love your hair. It's so pretty.
Thank you.
Wow. I'm doing well.
Love
Awesome.
it.
Love to see you.
Yes.
So what we're gonna
Likewise.
do, we're
you just
going
got
to
for work, so safe travels.
yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
What we're gonna do now, you guys, I'm gonna turn off the meditation music and let's kind of transition. Let's talk about the topic, the hot topic for today. I'm so excited.
Yes, these galactic alignment.
Yeah, so I'm gonna mute everybody and then we will circle back at the end, and we will allow people to tap in about how they're feeling, what they're thinking, things like that. We are streaming on YouTube too, so we just kind of want to minimize a little bit of the noise. So we are talking about today galactic alignments.
Yes, it is so much going on in the stars, in the cosmos. And a lot of times we don't really putting awareness or attention to that, many of us, because we get caught up in the daily distractions that keeps us in that daze, DAYS, DAZE. So
having you work through the week. So by the time you get to the weekend, you're feeling weakened, right?
So we're breaking this spell and bringing awareness to the things that connect us to the cosmos. So we have so much going on out there. You have NASA catching these energy waves. Now, energy waves. You're thinking like, oh, okay, that's just going to be moving in one direction. But not necessarily, because when they noticed that this energy wave was moving in one direction, it actually made a 90-degree angle and came directly towards Earth.
So what's really awesome about energy?
Intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence, definitely. There's something called, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the double slit experiment, quantum physics experiment, where basically they measured light waves versus physical waves of like liquid. And the way that it happened, it hit the wall, it goes through two slits and it hits the wall in two slits as a physical particle. And as a wave, it creates something called an interference pattern, where it has multiple points where it touches the back wall. So then they shot tiny like electrons through And tiny electrons are little bits of matter, right? Little physical bits of matter. They shot them through like this like electron gun through those two slits. And it created an interference pattern as if it was a wave, like of liquid. And they're like, what? These are little bits of matter. How does that happen? So then what they did was they were like, okay, well, let's shoot them through one by one. And maybe it'll create the two lines on the back wall as if it was bits of matter. It did not. It still created an interference pattern. How does it interfere if they're shooting them through one by one? They're like baffled by this. Like, what is this? That's crazy. So they put a measuring device, little tiny camera in between the two slits and the gun that was shooting off the electrons. And what happened was the electrons changed behavior. So it hit the back wall with two slits as if it was a piece of matter. And it's like, wait a minute, what? How does that even happen? Because at first it acted as if it was a particle, or at first it acted as if it was a wave. And now that it's being measured, it's acting as if it's a particle. So what we're saying basically is that everything has consciousness, even the tiniest bit of matter, even the tiniest atom, electron, proton, neutron, they all have a level of consciousness. And when it's being observed, it decides to change its behavior. So what's amazing about that, and I love to connect the dots. That's my job. I connect the dots. I call myself, I am now a spiritual integrator. Thank you, David Shands, for helping me figure out the clarity of what I'm doing. But I call myself a spiritual integrator. Did I make that up? Absolutely. What that means is this. It means I help you connect the dots because everything is connected. If you've seen the flower of life, imagine that as part of our world, part of, right? And we are experiencing only a fractal of that flower of life, only a little part of that flower of life. And that is our expression in this physical world. So yeah, we're going to be connecting some dots for y'all, connecting how things are moving in the cosmos and how we can align ourselves with the galactic alignments in order to create more flow, ease, and manifestation in your own life.
So let's take a step back in time to the pyramids. Now, there was some speculation on what the pyramids actually do, but if you read the texts that exist in stone that have not been altered at all throughout history, they actually tell you that these temples, these pyramids actually would generate energy, and this energy using hydrogen would send signals out into space. But these signals were sent specifically to certain stars like Sirius B and certain planetary systems. So when you look at the alignment that we're in now, we're actually entering a space in between our sun, Velatropa 24, and Sirius B. So we are getting this huge vibration, this energetic wave of downloads into our body, hitting the earth, and then it's hitting our sun. And then our sun is a converter of plasmatic energy coming from the galactic source. So we are shifting. And you imagine, think about what life was like 10, 20 years ago. It's nothing like how it is now.
Even 5 years ago.
Think about, look at the programming that's out now compared to 10, 20 years ago. It's almost like it's amped up so that they can keep you distracted, keep your senses numb from what's going on in your environment, what's going on around you, as above, so below. Mm-hmm. Because this energy is hitting our sun. Our sun is going off right now. It has been going off like we have, if you look at the activity of the sun, we're getting type 4 radio emissions. So it's communicating telepathically. We're getting these solar flares, which is electromagnetic pulses that is hitting us. And we think about, oh no, that's going to affect our technology. Well, guess what? You are biotechnology.
Mhm.
You run off of electricity.
Mhm.
So how is that affecting us on a biological level?
It absolutely is affecting us.
It is upgrading your DNA.
Mhm.
It is upgrading this planet. This planet is shifting into a higher vibratory rate because we have shifted. So all this is happening. I haven't even mentioned we've actually entered the photon belt, another energetic, high vibrational energetic field. And guess what? Photons are alive. Everything around you is alive.
And conscious.
Your shirt is alive. Your wall is alive. Your chair is alive. Just because you don't see it moving or it doesn't speak to you doesn't mean that it's not alive, because everything is energy in motion. But they are unified. There is a unification there, a field that's keeping that matter together. So think about how your consciousness is in this body, but it's also outside of the body, the super consciousness. Your super consciousness is expansive, and all of these energetic waves are happening in multiple dimensions because they're affecting you on every level, in every dimension that you exist in.
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
Yeah, I wanted to comment about this world and everything being alive. Billy Carson said that we are living in fractals of, and so if you know anything about a fractal, like I have this crystal in my hand, and when you look at in between like the edges of the crystal, you can see a small picture of what's on the other side, right? So if we're living in a fractal, that means that there is an entire picture that we are not necessarily aware of, right? And in this matrix, and I think the double slit experiment, and we're going to bring it full circle here, the double slit experiment represented this. We're living in this matrix. So when something is not being perceived, is it even there? Right? It's the whole Schrodinger's cat theory. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that in quantum physics as well. I'm not about to go into that, but look it up. It's on YouTube.
And so once you, and to connect with that, if and when you shift the vibratory rate of an object, say I take this pen and I shift the vibratory rate of this pen, it will disappear from your physical perception because of the vibration. And there are beings that are all around us. We're not even talking about the spirit guides and all that. We're talking about like actual animals and creatures that are on this planet that move so fast, like hummingbird wings. You think a hummingbird moves fast. You should see some of these beings go like, put a camera outside and just point it up at the sky for like several hours and then slow that picture down. And I mean like slow it down to like the slowest rate, frame by frame.
You'll see something.
And you will see something fly by. Like, what was that?
And I want to go back to the vibrating out of visual alignment. You ever like looking for your sunglasses and they right there, or looking for your keys and they're right there, or your phone and it's in your hand? You're looking so hard for it because your consciousness, your consciousness is what creates what you perceive, right? So if you are looking for something so hard and you're kind of frantic about it, your focus is, oh my God, I can't find it. I can't find it. I can't find it. So thus manifestation of can't find it, right? And it's right there. So you have the ability to vibrate things out of your own perception and your own visual alignment as well.
So the conscious mind will ask why or where, but the unconscious mind will already know the answer.
That's true. We're both studying NLP right now, which is neuro-linguistic programming. So we have all been programmed ever since we were born, right? And coming out of the womb, you know, society and your parents and your family and your friends are shaping and molding you, telling you what to believe, what to understand, what's right, what's wrong, what's okay for your culture, what's this, what's that, right?
What your traditions are, what you should eat, what you should believe in, all of it.
All of that. And so as we grow up and we step into our own beingness, we have the opportunity to either decide to continue with those perceptions of the world or to create your own new ones. So the unconscious mind is actually what runs everything, right? So your conscious mind is like the captain of the ship. It tells everybody what to do. But your unconscious mind is the crew that makes it happen. You know what I'm saying? So imagine if your conscious mind and your unconscious mind are not in rapport with each other, then they do not create a symbiotic fluid motion. If the captain is saying, you know, go left, and I know it's like different terminology, but the crew is like, we don't trust it. We see something over there. We're actually going to go right. Where does your ship end up? You know, so it's your job to make sure that your unconscious and your conscious mind are in alignment. And you can do that in bringing attention and awareness to what's going on the planet, what's going on in the galaxy, because all of those energies affect us. Sahai had mentioned a few minutes ago about the Earth being in the middle of Sirius and the sun. We are getting transmissions from both of them. And if you didn't notice, over the past couple of days, it had like a heat spell, like around the 21st-ish, right? Around the holidays-ish. It had this heat spell. And that's because Sirius B is sending out these transmissions that heated up our Earth. And we experienced that. So it created a heat spell. You know, and we are also getting those transmissions from the sun on the other side. So we're creating this like balance of energy. And we also kind of talked about winter as well. With it being winter right now, the objective is to release and let go. I want to see it in the chat. How many of you have been experiencing some things that are coming up, whether it be physical dis-ease, whether it be emotional imbalance, whether it be just like limiting beliefs or just a major like stress? Let us know in the chat. What have y'all been experiencing lately?
So we just came off of a cleanse. We actually just did the master cleanse.
We were supposed to do it for 7 days, y'all. We ain't making it.
It was, when I tell you, like, we've done cleanses,
violent.
we've done fasting, we've done like detoxes, all that before. This time, like, it was like next level. I felt like I was purging like something from a previous lifetime. I was like, whoa.
What was coming up?
It was aggressive. I was like, you know what? And it wasn't even the hunger that really hit me. It was the actual detox itself, because like the hunger, it like, you know, it was a few moments each plasma each day where I was like, man, I'm hungry, like, rrr,
see, the hunger is not,
and I'm like, nah, I'm not. I'll just drink some water.
The emotional upset, like, exactly. We got people in the chat talking about definitely emotional, some of both, limiting release,
physical, emotional cleansing.
Yes. And this is the perfect time to allow that stuff to come up and come out.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at the flow, right? I love this. We've been told ever since we were children exactly what to do. Go ahead. Exactly what to do. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. All of us are over here grinding and hustling and rowing upstream and, you know, hashtag hustle culture. That's dead. Literally, that's dead.
Yes.
We're in winter now. It is free and it is safe to let that go and row your boat. You know what I mean? The winter is time to release and kill off, literally, violently, if you have to, kill off all the things that are no longer serving you, whether it be people, habits, thought patterns. Y'all hear me? Let me know in the chat. Do y'all hear me? Thank you, God says.
Flow smart, not work hard.
Yeah, flow, right? It's done. That
And
all
that's
that
what it's all
extra
about. Yeah.
sweat, equity, it's done. It's done. Flow. Because when you're in energetic alignment, what happens is doors begin to open for you. Opportunities approach you. You ain't got to go out there seeking, you just say it and it is. Like, you know what? I have $1 million net. Net. Right? And then it is. It just opportunities. Like, you know what? I just got this deal, or I just got introduced to these people and they're going to introduce me to and I'm just in the right room at the right time. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to work hard. And that's another thing too. When whatever you believe is, if you believe that you have to work hard, then
That's your purchase order.
you got to work hard. Sorry about you. But if you change, that level of belief, and if you
Change your language too.
Absolutely. Language, physiology, and state. Those three things are, I'm sorry, language, physiology, and focus. State and physiology are the same thing. Focus. What you focus on determines how your language comes out, right? Your state, your physiology, are your shoulders slumped? Are you slouching? Is your head down? Or are you standing with poise, shoulders back, confident, head up, right? That literally, just literally take like your sternum right here, pull it up, and that will change your state like that. Those three things is what determines your outcome. So when you focus on a positive outcome, when your language reflects a positive outcome, and you are in a primeful state, a resourceful state, things just flow to you like literal magic.
Because like a magnet, that is what you are attracting.
You are a magnet. You are a magnet.
So if you are putting those I can'ts, or this won't happen, or I'm not able to out there in the universe, that is the energy that you're telling the universe that you want to attract.
You're right. Don't literally kill off people.
Yeah, no.
You knew what I meant. That's so funny. So I want to talk about kind of the galactic alignments that we're going to be experiencing in 2023. Y'all, it's a magical year. Can we talk about the number of the year is 7?
Yes.
That's like spiritual intelligence. Like, it makes sense for you to put in your purchase order right now, because you will receive it this year. Right? I heard about that. Yeah. It is number 7. So, and for those of you who might not know how we got that, like, how'd you get that number? What do you mean? 2023, add them up. Okay, equals 7, right? So yeah, make sure right now you're taking your herbs, you're drinking your water, you are staying inside, refilling your cup, you know what I mean? And let anything that might still be in there, let it come up. Let it come up. I feel as well it's already here. And that's how you do it, Destin. That's how you do it. That's how the manifestation comes. Like, feel it, like emotions. He said it earlier, emotions are energy in motion. When you put energy in motion towards whatever it is that you desire in life, literally, it's yours, because everything that you desire exists for you in the field, right? The field, how do I explain the field? It's quantum.
It is quantum.
It's everywhere. And it's this, how do I explain the field to somebody who don't know what the field is?
Okay, so if you think of, you have the 4 elements, this representing my fist, and then you have everything that's right here. This is the field. So like the 4 elements are in the field, but the field is everything.
It consists of thoughts, beliefs, Anything that you desires, everything that was ever thought of, it exists in this field. And you have access to retrieve it and make it physical, because anything that ever was first a thought. Once you have a thought, it gets projected out into the field. I didn't mean to like block your face. It gets projected out into the field, and then it exists there. So like, for example, this bottle, okay? Somebody was like, I want to make a glass bottle with a bamboo top, and I want to put this like rubber thing on there so the bottle don't break. Awesome, right? It was a thought first, and then they probably drew it out, and then they probably sent it to go get created or something like that, right? But everything first begins as a thought. And so it is your job to make that thought manifest, right? Okay, so yeah.
Because you
the
are
field.
creators.
The field.
And
So-
we are all co-creators.
We are. And that's why God is in you, because you are a co-creator. That's a different story. I want to talk about the galactic alignments for this year. So y'all, first of all, it's a full moon tomorrow. So y'all got y'all moon rituals on deck. Go ahead and drop what your moon ritual is in the chat really quick. I want to know what y'all be doing. I just want to know. Okay, yesterday and the day before that was actually the first meteor shower of the year, and there's going to be 11 of them, which is also a magical number. 11 is a gateway.
Yeah, we got some more pieces of the original Earth coming in.
We're gonna have to circle.
We'll talk about that.
We'll circle back.
Yeah, asteroid belt was a planet. We'll talk about that.
Original Earth? We'll circle back. We'll circle back.
There's several different planets.
We're gonna circle back. Cosmic Convos. Y'all, 420, shout out 420, is about to be a hybrid solar eclipse. The last one we saw was April of 2005. I'm not 100%. I read up what the hybrid solar eclipse was. I'm not 100% sure exactly what that means. I think that
it's going to activate your shape-shifting abilities.
Are you making that up?
I'm cosmic. I'm a shapeshifter.
He made that up. Laying in my backyard, charging myself with crystals. I love that, God Tess. Yes.
Yeah,
I love that.
energy.
When you give thought to a vibration by trying to bring it to life, it creates into physical form. Om. God spoke the universe into existence. Period.
Right.
Period. Let's talk about that real quick, Kyle. Kyle. First of all, I love you. Second of all,
that's that master frequency that activates your crown chakra.
Yes.
It's a solar mantra and activates that plasma energy that's inside of your crown chakra. That is heat. So when you feel that heat from your crown, it's because of that's the energetic plasma associated with your crown chakra, and that's the energy that purifies the rest of the chakras and brings them into alignment.
Absolutely. And when it comes to like creation, right? We utilize our voice, which is somatic frequencies, which is what? Vibration, because what? Everything is energy, right? And we are crystalline beings, right? The water within us crystalline. We are crystalline beings. So when you use your voice to speak and create, like when God said, let there be light, what was there before light? Darkness, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the darkest time of the year? Winter, right? This is the time to create. This is the time to create from darkness. And everybody be like, oh, darkness, ooh, spoopy. Like, nah. It is the void, right? It is where all creation comes from. It is where everything that ever will and has and will continue to exist is birthed from. Think of the womb. Dark in that mug, ain't it? Dark in there. But it is the womb of creation, you know? So when you are in darkness, that is the perfect time. That's why meditation is so beautiful. When you close your eyes, you bring yourself into darkness. And it allows you the space to be able to create and bring your manifest physical.
I love that. You write your best poems in winter. Yes.
It's that creation. Tap into
Mhm.
that.
There's a term called holy darkness, and sorry, let me do this. Hello. There's a term called holy darkness, and the world has been tricked into believing that darkness is low vibrational, but all things first come from source. And as you said, when source said, let there be light, well, before there was that, there was consciousness. It's like the same thing, a babe in the womb, before it sees the light of coming out of the birth canal, it is in darkness. It is where it's growing, being nurtured, or it's becoming all it can be. So we should all definitely start changing our paradigm when it comes to that origin. But more on that later. So
Absolutely. And also
holy dark.
shout out Samuel the Angelic Knight with his dope background.
Right.
Okay.
And that is Metatron's cube, sacred geometry, Archangel Metatron, out here, divine sacredness, representing the dimensions of reality and bringing that in, all of that in one. So shout out to Archangel Metatron, my big brother.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so y'all, 420 is the solar eclipse. We have 4 supermoons in 2023 back to back, which is crazy, like back to back. So July 3rd, August 1st, August 31st, and then September 29th are all supermoons. What?
And that's pretty much at the height of when this energy is flowing from Sirius B and hitting our planets and just it's just increasing the vibratory rate of it.
That's crazy. I've never heard of that. 4 supermoons back to back, and 4 is the number of the Earth as well. If you didn't know that, is the perfect. That's my life path number, is number 4, and it's like perfect time to ground and connect and do your rituals. It's about to be 4 in a row. Every full moon between the 3 months of July and September are going to be supermoons. Crazy. Also, there are going to be 4 planets that experience opposition, that are in opposition in 2023. The first one is going to be Saturn, which I know someone's favorite planet in here. Go ahead and drop it in the chat if Saturn is your favorite planet. Yeah, so Saturn is going to move between the Earth and the Sun in late August. So that is where you can see it the best. So in late August, go ahead, get your telescope. If you ain't got one, you got time. Get your telescope and go ahead and check out Saturn in the sky, y'all. September 29th is my birthday.
Hey.
Summer will be amazing. Absolutely.
Yes.
And then also there's Neptune, which will be in opposition September 19th. Jupiter will be in opposition November 3rd, and then Uranus will be on November 13th. And it's so interesting. I just love the synchronicities. So we are, and Destin as well, is part of this group called the Morning Meetup. And we do a book club. And in the book club, our next book that we're reading is Outwitting the Devil, which they talk about the opposition. And I'm just like, when I read that, I was like, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. These planets go in opposition. That is interesting.
Along with how these planets are aligning up with the system, pay attention, bring awareness to the frequency that they're at now and the frequency that they start emitting between now and when they go into their opposition, because the planets communicate on a vibratory frequency with one another, almost like singing bells.
Mm-hmm.
And if you actually go on YouTube, you can actually find the frequencies of the planets, and they sound completely different from any other frequency you've heard that originates from this planet.
For example, the Earth's frequency is called the Schumann resonance, where if you listen to that, it'll give you an amazing grounded feeling. Like, for example, I just went through my 7-week journey with about 10 people called Let Go and Grow. And every 7th day, we had an assignment to reflect and ground. It's like, it's winter out here. It was snow, like everywhere for a minute. It's like, where are you going to ground at? I mean, some people would go out and put their feet in the snow. I'm not those people. So I need to do a grounding meditation, spend some space with some plants or something, You know what I mean? So I definitely would tap into that Schumann resonance for that.
Yes. Yeah, you know, there might be a few times I go put my feet out in some snow, but maybe for a few seconds.
I'm straight. My friend in here, I think Aaron's in here. He was telling me to get in the ice bath. Aaron, if you in the chat, go ahead and chime in. I think I seen his name. Oh, he tapped out? Okay. Well, he kept telling me to do the ice bath. And I'm like, y'all, I'm Haitian. Like, what you mean? I'm supposed to be on somebody's island somewhere. Unless it's hopping in the ocean, I'm cool.
Too spicy for ice.
But there are a lot of really great physical benefits to taking ice baths.
Very much so.
Okay.
As long as you're not spicy.
I am spicy.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what we got in terms of the Galactics. Does anybody want to chime in? Y'all want to tap in? Y'all got some questions real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead. Oh,
No,
I got something very profound to say. That was dope.
Thank you, brother.
That's it.
Thank you.
Well, I just definitely want to say y'all definitely have hit on a lot of points that I've been noticing throughout my existence of being a being in this reality, like just really changing your mindset and really understanding that life really lies in your tongue. Even so, to the fact that I live with my parents right now, but they have been my biggest test subjects, and they don't even realize it because of the fact of every rising when I wake up, y'all know how I come on the morning meetup, but they catch me before the morning meetup catch me when I get back from the gym. And to see the whole mindset shift of my mom and include my stepdad, he took a little longer to come over, but to see the shift in them has just been very, very impactful to see that when you engulf yourself in positivity and you know that life is more abundant than what they really try to tell us out here through all these distractions, is just we control our reality and we control the way that we see and perceive life. So to be able to really manifest things that we could only used to think of is so powerful to know that we got the power in everything that we do. So I'm just super excited about this journey and this spiritual trip that I've been on. Oh, and crazy thing yesterday, I was talking to my homegirls. They told me, y'all, they said, I need to stop reading all these books and I need to stop thinking. I said, y'all are, I just said, you know what? I love y'all because we not doing that. We not doing that because that shit, that energy right there. I'm like, why wouldn't you want to use your brain? Like our brain is already so underutilized now with everything that they just tell us to do. Like now more than ever, you should force your brain to think. Our brains are longing to think.
Absolutely. And also, Destin, I absolutely love when you come on the morning meetup and you share.
The energy is always just vibrant, cosmic. Like this brother's tapped in.
Every day he come in, grand rising. Yes. I'm like, yes. Love that. Yes. Absolutely.
That energy, brother.
Hey, for sure. And it was so powerful to see y'all in there when y'all came back with the energy. And I'm like, man, we need some more of the energy in there because, I mean, y'all be on the calls sometimes. It be low vibrational. I just be like, listen, it's too early in the morning for y'all to be sounding all mopey. Let's pick it up. Pick it up.
That part. Wake us up or something.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's what we're here for, though. That's what we're
it.
here. That's why you and us are in that room so that we can add our light to that.
And that is our purpose. Everyone in this room, we are all light bearers, and we are here to spread the light.
And you are all spell breakers because you are aware and you know how to break those spells.
Absolutely. You know, when we have one person operating from a space of love, from a space of gratitude, it affects 750,000 people on this planet. So it only takes 10,000 people to consistently anchor in that space of love, that space of high vibrational energy, gratitude, appreciation, in order to raise the vibration of the entire planet. So by the time we're done, we gonna get them 10,000 people in one space to raise this planetary vibration, because we tired of that old energy.
And you know, something else that's beautiful, that same concept was explained to me through ancient Mexican arts, through dream sewing and soul healing. So through the Mayan teachings, they actually talk about how through dream sewing, when you master your ego, when you master your inner darkness, that light that you radiate within has the power to distinguish, to extinguish all shadows within a region. So being able to cast your light over an entire region, and everybody's darkness just fades away. They're just like, yo, I'm just feeling good. I don't even know why, you know, because if you take that opposite effect, if you take a serial killer in a small town where like nothing happens, that person with that one just imbalance, like that much imbalance, will throw off the wave of everybody. You'll start to see people fighting for no reason, just out of nowhere. There'll be disarray within the community and they won't even know why. So be aware of your surroundings and be a master of yourself, because you are walking light.
Absolutely. Who else want to share? I want to hear from y'all.
Yes.
Tap in.
Where the community at?
Go ahead. Just unmute yourself. Chime in. Hi.
Blessings to you.
Hey, this is one of my buddies right here. He's been around since the elevation. So he was just like, man, a lot of people don't understand this is just your new life. And I'm like, man, this has been my life. It's just been on the inside. Now I'm just living it out in a vibrant way.
Yes.
There
And that's a
it is.
blessing to have someone that you can share that with. Because it's always great to share with like minds, because you amplify each other. You push each
Absolutely.
other. You have that accountability.
And you become who you're surrounded by.
This is true.
So that is beautiful.
Yes. Anybody else wants to share?
I see Esmeralda, you got your mute off. You trying to talk? Called out, huh?
Yeah. Well, I've just been in watching the synchronicities of life and trying to expand my abilities to receive messages. So that's been the last couple of weeks, something that I've been focusing on. I will tell a little story, if that's okay.
I was about to ask.
We had like 10 days, we had a trip that we were going to take as a family down to Southern California, do all the Disneyland and all that fun stuff for the child, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for the last week, she hasn't been her best self. And as of like the last 48 hours, there's just something telling me we shouldn't do this. We should not go on this trip. Mm-hmm. And I vocalized it, and my husband wasn't on board with that message. And lo and behold, he wakes up this morning and slams his foot into a wooden chair, breaking his toe, canceling our trip.
Mm.
I tell you, the universe, one way or another, you're on the right path.
That is so true. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And it's so important to listen to that intuition as well. Like, I remember I was in college one time. I think my mama on here. Well, she gonna find out. You gonna learn today, child. I was in college, and I was working on a show. I did theater, for those of y'all that don't know. I was working on a show, and afterwards, the people wanted me to go to the bakery, which was like this house. They called it the bakery because they used to bake pot treats and stuff. And I was like, nah, because my real friends, that's what I used to call them, So bogus. My real friends went to semi-formal today and I couldn't go because I had a final dress rehearsal for this show. And so I was mad and I went back to the dorms. I had a bottle of UV blue and a bottle of UV pink. I went to college and I went in and I put one in one arm sleeve and one in the other arm sleeve. And I had many times like different people coming up to me, you should go to the bakery, you should go to the bakery. At one point, I even said I would. And a friend of mine from high school comes up to me like, hey, are you sure you want to go to this thing? Like, I'm going to the bakery, just come with me. I'm like, nah, girl, we not doing that. I'm going, with my friends. Like, and so I walk in front of the mirror. I look in the mirror and I'm like, can you even tell that I got these 2 fits under my armpits? And she's like, nah, you look good. And I didn't even feel it. One of them slipped out, splashed on the ground. And it sounded just like this. Like it wasn't even loud. It wasn't even loud, but it was right outside my RA's door. My friend ran away. So I was sitting there like, okay. So I'm grabbing towels and trying to clean up all this UV. And the UV pink that I had was like kind of a little bit left. It wasn't really that much. And they're super light drinks. So I cleaned it up. I put the towels in my room. My room, even though I cleaned it the next day, my room smelled like cotton candy for a week. And I was like 17 or 18 years old. I shouldn't have been drinking anyway. I go downstairs and I meet up with the guys' room, but they are already drunk. They had already went to the semi-formal. It was already done. And I'm still looking for more alcohol. Couldn't find any. So I'm mad. We finally go to the after party. I'm mad. And then I asked the people who are hosting the party, like, hey, y'all got something to drink? And they opened the cabinet and they handed me the only cup left in the cabinet. It said the like Joseph Newman Center or something. And that at Bradley, that was like the church group. And I was like going to Bible study and stuff on Wednesdays. And so when I read that, I was like, all of these signs just kept coming up. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. You don't need to be drinking. You don't need to be drinking. But I kept pushing the envelope and pushing the envelope. Finally, I took that little Newman Center cup. I poured some drink in there. Didn't even finish the cup. Boom. Vice breaks through the door. Everybody in there got a drinking ticket.
Man.
So anyway.
One way or another, you'll be forced on it.
You gonna get the message somehow. But when you have that inner knowingness, when you get that intuition, y'all listen to it. Take it from me. Sorry, Mom, if you heard that.
Yeah,
but
Spirit said you're gonna learn.
All right. So does anyone else want to share? Anyone else want to chime in? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I had a so real experience. So I was walking outside the other day and I just so happened to look up at the sun, like at a glance, and it was almost like the sun was opened up in the center like a portal. And I was like, what in the world was that?
You saw it right.
Yeah, because I was like, because I've been doing a lot of grounding, like if my energy's feeling off or whatnot, and it's a real bright day outside, I'll take off my shoes and socks, and I'll go stand in the dirt, toes in the dirt, spread my toes out, and just open my arms and close my eyes, look towards the sun, and just think positive thoughts. And that works for me. Y'all ever tried that?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And the sun is a portal.
It is.
Interesting.
You got nods in the little boxes. Yeah, the sun is a portal. We just haven't vibrated to a high enough frequency to be able to access it. We're pretty low vibrational. Honestly, we're primitive, if you ask me.
And that just comes from
Change your bracelet. Change your bracelet.
Want to explain what that means?
Yeah, I'll tell you what that means. It's one of my spiritual mentors, Marilyn Harper. Anytime we make a phrase statement that is less than the divine truth, we change it. So for instance, let's say I looked in my mirror and I was like, man, I'm fat, right? You know, someone, but as an example, if someone say change your bracelet, and so you would say, you know what, I love my body, and if you want to transform, you say, and I have the opportunity, right, to work on it into a more optimal health condition. So when I told her to change her bracelet, she said we're pretty low vibrational. Now we changing that. Change your bracelet. That's not our purchase order. That's
Are
not
high vibrational and getting higher every day.
Yeah.
I think Mr. High Life is in the room. Hold on. He did hop in. Are you still? Yeah, Mr. High Life. Tell us about the High Life real quick. One time. Where you at? I'm gonna ask you to unmute yourself. Oh, there you go.
What's up?
What's
What's
up?
going on, brother?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Fabulous.
Magnificent. How are you flowing?
Hey, you know how I go. Nothing but positive energy, positive vibes. Got my toes in the sand like Dustin.
But real quick, we want you to talk to us about living that high life. What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
So high life stands for hustler, innovator, gifted, and honorable. And it's for those who high on love, high on impact, high on faith, and high on energy. So that's what high life is.
Period. I love that. I had to bring you on real quick because
Thank you. I love y'all.
Love
so awesome.
You, brother. Love the energy always.
Hey, quick question. What's your life path number?
Mine is 11.
4 and makes sense. I'm a 3.
Okay.
Yeah. And my girl, she a 6. You heard her in the corner. You're like, I'm a 6. Oh, that's interesting though. Okay.
The 3 and the 6. I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Or 6 is for 2 3s.
Right. And 3, 6, 9 are the most magical combination of numbers, like in the whole gambit of numbers.
Yeah, we vibing over here, Good synergy.
I love that.
Thank you for sharing.
All right, y'all. If no one else wants to hop on, this is your last chance because we about to bring Samuel the Angelic Knight up here. And when he has the floor, he gonna take y'all to tears. And that's a promise personally.
That's a spiritual guarantee.
That is a promise personally.
You can check the Akash for that.
He like, man, why y'all say that, man? Don't do that.
And now you gotta deliver.
No, he gonna deliver.
No, he gonna deliver.
He gonna deliver. He gonna deliver.
Come on through, brother.
I would like to say something.
Go ahead. Hey, baby.
Hey, beautiful. How are you guys?
Fabulous. Thanks so much for chiming in.
How are you?
I am doing great. No problem. I would have been here, but mommy duties, and I look up. I'm like, oh my God, I need to tap in real quick. Oh my God. But I came, the crazy part about it is I came in on the part where you was expressing how you were supposed to be drinking and what happened as a result. And I was just, the crazy part about it, because like once again, the synchronicities are just clicking. I was just like on my way home, thinking about a time where right before I tapped in, I was like thinking about this time where, of course, I wasn't listening to spirit. I was being disobedient. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna have me a drink or whatever. And so I have never been a big drinker as is. So like, I'm like, okay, I'll just have a little cup. Right. I look up and I'm just like, okay, I don't feel anything. I'm drinking. And the next thing I know, I done killed the whole bottle. It scared me because I'm like, I'm not a drinker. I don't feel anything. And after I finished the bottle, I'm like, I'm not getting no more. I don't feel anything. I'm still in my natural state. And I heard, we told you not to drink. And I was like, lesson learned. I will not touch any more alcohol.
So wait, what happened? Did anything happen or you just didn't feel anything?
I didn't feel anything. It was like spirit just took over and was just like, you wasn't supposed to be drinking any libations. We told you that. And you wasn't being disciplined. And as a result, like, you're still sober, as you should be in your natural state anyway. So as the lesson was to, of course, be obedient and flow. And there's a reason why when spirit speaks and guides you, it's a reason why you're being guided. So yes.
They came in and said, we taking the wheel, honey.
Taking over. No libations for youth now.
Oh, wow. I don't drink no more either, y'all.
Yeah.
You know, Dr. B, we just watched a video that Dr. B series. Y'all know who he is. Y'all tap in, because that man, did I spell that wrong?
You
I spelled that all the way wrong. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, so Dr. B Serious has been in the music industry since like hip hop, and he's been in the spiritual world just as long. So he integrates the two. He talks about cymatics, the mycelium, and yeah, he goes deep into the celestial alignments as well. So
He just had mentioned, we were watching a video, he just had mentioned 1 shot of alcohol like takes out your liver for 48 hours. Just 1 shot. So y'all take that with y'all in y'all lives. Okay, Samuel. Are you ready, sir?
I am. Hello, everyone. My name is Samuel the Angelic Knight. I am a divine link, what some people may call a channeler, but I prefer to use the term a divine link, because channeling is it has loaded connotations that aren't always accurate. And I'm also a spiritual counselor, and I want to, just thank everybody who came on Cosmic Convos. Give yourself a round of applause, because Source ordained it to be so. And I thank y'all for helping raise the vibration tonight and helping us all connect to heart and brain resonance and coherence with one another, you know what I mean, and feel that. And without further ado, Rain said high. They set the bar high. They said some wild things about what's about to happen, man. So, boy's nervous, but I'm gonna step aside and I'm allow, whatever comes through to comes through. I'm not a dial up, got some spiritual people is like, I'm about to bring through. Nah, I just let source flow. So greetings, dearest ones. We are most honored to be with each of you today. Your bright lights and bright souls, children of Source, ambassadors of love. We are what you may call a council, of which consists of those whom have walked your planet and ascended, some from the angelic realm and the divine. We speak as one through our channel. Master Ray and Master Sahat so eloquently brought to you the machinations of reality and spoke of the universe and how it connects to each and every one of you. Dearest friends, tonight we would like to also speak of your universe, as in Y-O-U, the spiritual universe that you consist of. Tonight, dearest friends, we bring a reminder of how beloved each of you are. And in this new energy, in this new year, we ask you, we invite you to set aside the ego, to give birth to all that you are and remember, what is it that you are? Hear me, each of you, those here and watching. There is one, you are divine treasure. You are what the Most High gazes at and is in awe of. You, your soul. Let there be light. Ray spoke of that earlier. And what came forth from that? Source decided to perceive its own creation, to have more perspectives of itself. And so it took a part of itself, and thus your soul was born. And each of you, bearing your beautiful soul, have the divine free will to create anything that you desire. And so we ask you, what is it that you desire now? What is it that you will create? Each of you have been given a plethora of gifts and talents. Each of you as unique as a fingerprint. For each of you are fingerprints of God. And so we, the council, we come to you and we say to you, dearest ones, be free. Let go of the paradigms that once shackled you. Let go of the things that once caused you turmoil. Many of you hearing my voice now, some of you are attempting to heal. You are in a healing process. You are purging on a physical, mental, and spiritual level. And some of you are seeking to be healed. And some of you don't know how. We'll tell you. Just release and let go. With your divine free will, say this out loud. I am divinely loved. I am chosen. And with my divine free will, I step into all that I am and all that I was created to be. And I step in complete harmony, living out and manifesting my highest good and my highest joy. 2023. As Ran Sahat said, it is the 7. But the 0 in that number stands for the infinite void, the stillness of the universe, where it all began. And then the 2 and 3 are 5, and 5, it is a number for change. And you are ready. Each of you, you are the new dawn. You are the rays of the new dawn, and that dawn is illuminating the new world, new humanity. As the conscious level of the planet rises, you are the catalyst for that change. You are the ambassador of love. And we invite you to invite us into every intimate detail, every intimate moment of your lives. We are here with you. You are not your corporeal shells, dearest one, for your souls are older than some planets. And so we invite you to tap into your Akash, Tap into the sea of love, of infinite love that is Source. And realize that you play an intricate role in the tapestry that is all that there is. Source creates a tapestry of all of reality, of all things. And each of you are its paintbrush. Yes, it uses you as a divine tool to create life in magnificent ways through each of your talents. And we understand that during the human experience, you forget all that you are. At times you forget whom you are. So we remind you again, you are heirs to the kingdom of heaven. You are children of Source. You are the dawn of new consciousness. You are the CPR to this world. And what does that mean? CPR, you are compassion, peace, and restoration. And that is your true self, your divine self. So we invite you, dearest friends, to embody that, to step into that, to embrace the new energies, to break the chains of the you that was limited, and boldly proclaim, I am possible. And you are possible. This is a year of collaborations, much like this meeting, each of you on your journeys, but intricately connected. We want you to picture this, dearest ones. In the times where the human experience gets a bit difficult, remember that you are wrapped in love, like a babe in a swaddle. You were born in the womb of God, which is infinite love. And Source, God, the Most High, it delights in seeing itself being you create. Yes, co-creators. Remember your power. Remember your calling. Remember your treasure. Your value is not dependent upon what this world says is important. Whether you have a house or what's in your bank account or what people think of you. Nay, dispel those illusions and return to the one true divine truth. And that is, you are divine, a divine being experiencing an imperfect human experience, but divine nonetheless, on the path of self-mastery. And the tools to that self-mastery, first and foremost, dearest ones, is self-love. Many of you have been hard on yourself for the vices that you have chosen to learn from in this lifetime. But in those lessons are your opportunities of growth. This is the year. Many of you have many times said one day this and that. And because you have put it as one day, Your purchase order, your vibration has said, not yet. This is the now. Anchor that into yourselves in the present. Now is your time to shine your immense light, your time to be what you were ordained to be. We walk with you. We love you. We are intimately in each of your lives. Each of you know this to be true. Nonetheless, we will remind you anytime you need it. You are possible. You are the light. You are born anew, or more accurately, you have shed the falsitudes of what you were taught and now stripped down to what you always were. Air of Source. Sail in your minds to the shores of Source. Take refuge in it. Swim in it. Ray and Sahat spoke of the veil and they were trying to articulate it. And Ray mentioned that the mind is like the ship and the crew and the subconscious. The subconscious is the ship. We'd like to go deeper. The subconscious is what's directly connected to Source. It is your divine self, so it is not the captain or the ship. Your subconscious is the ocean. Because your higher self, connected through your silver cord, is in harmony with the Most High. It is in harmony with Source. But ego gets involved and it blocks it. And so that is why it's important to guard your eye gate, your ear gate, and what you consume and allow into your field of vibration. Because when the mind is unsteady, or the heart, and the subconscious cannot get through, then you have stormy weather, if we're using that analogy. But when you begin to flow, when you begin to see the challenges as stepping stones of opportunity and growth, and when you begin to not fight and just simply let go, simply feel the gratitude, assume the vibration of all that it is that you choose to manifest, then calm weather. Life is meant to be abundant. Isn't that the promise of one of your ascended masters, Master Yeshua? A dear guide who promises, I come to bring you life and life more abundantly. Abundance is your birthright. He also said, behold, I make all things new. Those of you with weary hearts, fear not. Be born anew. Make your heart anew. Let go of those past wounds and scars. They no longer serve you, and you no longer need them. Each of you is like a caterpillar. And now you have been in a cocoon. And in that cocoon, it is a very violent process through chrysalis. Now you're ready to burst forth a completely different being, but beautiful nonetheless. We love you, and we encourage each of you to continue to tap in with yourself, meaning the God within. Heaven is a state, it is a vibration. Vibrate with gratitude. Continue to raise your consciousness by practicing the pillars of the divine: love, compassion, honesty, integrity. Practice them with one another and yourselves. And then you can say, not one day, but day one. This is day one of all that I am, of all that I will create. Step into that beautiful light. Step into that truth. We, the divine, look forward to assisting you, co-creator. With the deepest gratitude, we bid you each namaste.
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 We told y'all, go ahead and throw some love in the chat for
Oh,
angelic
was-
nights.
Ooh,
Put some love in the chat. Oh my goodness.
that was divine. Divine timing.
That was in alignment.
Yes.
It was needed. Oh, we got thank yous, we got hearts. Thank you, thank you. Cosmic Convos.
That was Cosmic Brother. Thank you.
That was so beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Can't wait to see.
I'm grateful to be of service.
Thank you, brother.
Yes. We got so much love in the chat for you.
Yes.
All right, y'all, that is the end of our session. Before we do go, there's one more thing I'd like to do. First off, go ahead and sign up for your free trial of Cosmic Convos right now. It's in the chat. And we will see you next week. You have to sign up for the Soul Search community in order to get in. It's a free platform with amazing soul family. So just sign up anyway. Also,
The ritual.
well, I wanted to send some love and send some healing energy. So everyone, I want you to take your hands and rub them together like this. We have someone in our family right now, Lorette, who's not feeling 100%. And also one of my family members just a couple of days ago was in a really horrible car accident where his lung is punctured and broke like 3 of his 4 ribs. So let's rub our hands together. And for those 2 people and anyone else who may be feeling less than divine right now, whether if they're going through emotional trauma, whether if it's like physical trauma, mental trauma, they're holding themselves back, just take your hands out and send out some love, some light, and some appreciation for each and every one of those beings. Allow it to go into every dark corner in this planet, on this planet. Anyone who is experiencing pain, heartbreak, torture, torment, or dis-ease, I'm going to send them some healing, some light, some love energy right now.
Feel the gratitude of their healing and send them that in abundance.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure that they felt it. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much, every single one of y'all.
We love you.
And for all of my new faces in here, thank you so much for coming. It's been our pleasure. And we want to see you next week. So click that link in the chat right now. And
I'm gonna leave y'all with a quick ritual real quick, because I know we did the healing and we always do a ritual. So just a real quick ritual. We are focused on changing ourselves from within. So we want to change our thoughts. So go tonight and create a thought construct, whether it's a series of divine numbers, 444, whether it's a Merkaba, whatever that is, create that thought form, that thought construct. And every time you have a imbalanced thought that is in a lower vibratory rate, anytime a thought comes to your mind that does not serve your highest good, your highest greatness, you're going to replace that thought with this thought construct. And you're going to get in a habit of this thought construct taking over whenever you have an ill thought. And this will bring into alignment your higher self taking over. And you just, hey, go ahead. I'll let you take the wheel.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you pick me?
What was the question?
And it's child.
I wanted him to pick me. Like, yes, Ray, you.
Yeah, child right next to me.
He got mad.
I didn't get mad. I'm like, hey, child, what you want?
Yes.
So can the thought construct be a mantra or an affirmation? Like what?
Anything that is sacred that replaces that thought.
Can it be a funny moment? Does it have to be? It has to be.
Okay, so the reason you choose sacred geometry or sacred numbers is because you're tapping into that energy of the universe.
Okay, so
Fine frequency.
specifically sacred numbers or sacred geometry.
Yes, like I said.
And I'd like to add to that, because that's the fabric of the universe, of the divine frequency. But also, as you said, you picked up on something. Remember, when we manifest something, we have to already assume that feeling and that intention. So if you, while you're thinking of sacred geometry or a sacred number, if what comes to mind is maybe a time that makes you smile, that makes you laugh, that brings you joy or love, that is powerful. So it may not be that for everything. And then you can say, even if it doesn't look like a sacred geometry, you can say, you can tell your consciousness, this is in divine frequency and in alignment with the divine, right? Because what's important is gratitude and that joy you feel, right? And maybe some of you say, well, I can't think of anything. Assume it. Even if it's something that has not quite happened in the present, but you can still taste it, you can still feel it. That's what's important, is assuming your natural state, which is love. So I feel like that's why the message that they kept bringing in is reminding you that you are divine treasure, you're divinely loved. So let that be your mantra. I am possible, I am loved. So yeah, I love you guys, and I thank y'all for joining Cozmic Convos. I better see y'all on. Y'all better be here.
And click the link. It's in the chat.
So yeah.
All right. Mwah.
Love y'all. Have a beautiful, vibrant evening, and we will connect with you next Thursday.
Yep. Every Thursday.
Yeah, every Gregorian Thursday.
Okay.